Join me on an unforgettable journey as I travel from the bustling city of Islamabad to the breathtaking landscapes of the Skardu Valley. Over the next 5 days, we'll venture through rugged mountain passes, discover hidden gems, and experience the raw beauty of Pakistan's northern wonders. First, we've got to take one of the world's most dangerous flights to get there. Okay, we are in Islamabad airport and today the journey to the northern regions start. I'm about to head on a flight up to Skardu. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to get on the right side of the plane because I really want some terrific views of the mountain ranges. Hopefully see Nanga Parbat would be my first ever 8,000 peak to see. Now, I'm from Australia, we don't really have many high mountains, so I'm really excited to be amongst them. Now, weather conditions up in Skardu, because it's winter, it averages about -5 as a top during the middle of the day and gets down to about -10 at the moment, so it's really going to be a test because I've never ever been in places that cold in my life. Boom.
Steady.
Thank you. Thank you. Now on this flight, I'll be flying over the Karakorum range, which is a very famous mountain range. Now, this is famous for its very high peaks and it's home to the world's largest glaciers apart from polar regions. So if you can hear that, there's actually prayers inside the plane, which is very interesting. I've never seen this before, not even Turkish Airlines. So we're circling down onto this runway in the valley. This has been the most gorgeous flight I've ever been on. To get up close and personal during the flight with some of the world's tallest mountains is just an experience I will never forget. So I'm here with the awesome pilot that led us here into Skardu. Quite a difficult flight to get in between these huge mountain ranges. How long have you been flying for, sir?
Flying for about, you can say 12 years for now.
12 years. And is this a route that you do often?
Yes, I'm flying this route for about the last 4 years.
4 years.
Maybe 6 you can say, because I've been here on the earlier plane I was on.
Yeah. And have you been flying an Airbus the whole time to Skardu?
No, before I was flying ATRs.
Yep.
And now I'm flying Airbus from last about 5-6 years.
Do you find it safe in the Airbus?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it is one of the safest planes.
Yeah. Pakistan International Airways. Wow, made it to Skardu. And look where we are. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, we have arrived in Skardu. This is the airport. It's just a runway. They give us our bags. It's very low key. I was able to meet the pilot, as you saw. I just still can't get over what I'm looking at. It's just something out of a movie. Absolutely incredible. Can you believe it? I cannot. One thing I love here is that they all use these Bluetooth seatbelts. So they do not like wearing seatbelts, and they'll even go to the point where they put a Bluetooth one in just to stop the beeping. Just landed at one of the most beautiful places in the world and we're ripping darts with the driver. Hello. All right, so I need a different SIM card up in the mountains, so we've stopped to get a SIM card. Oh my goodness, look at this. All right, we're gonna get a SIM card, so we're connected out here. All right, sweet, we're set up with a SIM, we're ready to go. I've got 20 gigabytes, so that'll be pretty good. And it cost me around about $6 Australian, so I'll take that. Okay, we're in Skardu. We're about to go to the cold desert, which is the highest desert on Earth. So I can't wait to see that. I'm gonna get the drone up and we're gonna get some sick pictures. I cannot believe this place. It is actually magical and it is so cold. I'm here with Abid and Sabia, and we are arrived at the cold desert. Now this is the world's highest desert, which is just truly amazing. And to have a desert that is between snowy mountains and a desert with snow is unreal. So here is the snowy desert. So this is the Shigar Desert, and Shigar is the home to K2. Now K2 isn't close, but it is part of this region. Bad place to be stationed if you ask me. Alright, so I keep getting them to drive while I shoot stuff, so I'm gonna get a cool bridge shot hopefully. Alright, I better shut up, I need to get the shot. This is some of the most crystal blue waters I've ever seen, coming straight off the glaciers. Check this out. Straight off the glaciers. Now that is fresh water. Just have a look at the color. I don't know if the camera does it justice, but it is just the most beautiful aqua blue. Hey, that's a badass bike out here. Well, that was an absolutely incredible first afternoon here in Skardu. I think to stand below these huge giants, they say Skardu, the home of the giants, they're not lying. This bad boy behind me is absolutely huge, and I know these aren't even close to some of the biggest mountains in the region. So we got some police officers in here. They found me. They're just checking on me as I just entered this region. This is a pretty common thing in Pakistan where they see a foreigner, they want to make sure what they're doing, they want to make sure they're safe, they want to know where they're going next. They're making a few calls. I don't think I'm in trouble, we'll see how we go, but all is good. Tea is served and we're getting to the bottom of it. Inshallah, Pakistan looking after me as usual. So what this police officer is saying is, this is off season here, it's winter. So their responsibility is checking on foreigners, and at the moment they have a count of about 20 plus here in Skardu. It's the off season, so in summer there's about 800 plus. So it's a lot more busy work for you guys in summer to keep track of 800 foreigners.
We have two entry point, okay? One by airport, and second is the check post.
So then they have an exact number of how many foreigners are inside their Skardu region that they have to take care of. Thank you, brother. Okay, I'm out here in Skardu Valley and this is the most beautiful view through this old bazar. Hello. Huge mountain in the background. Little market. Absolutely gorgeous. Kids playing down here, cricket. Cows everywhere. Man, this place is unique. It's as unique as it gets. Skardu Valley. Now, I've hired this bike from the hotel, so trying to drive safely. These guys are maniacs out here though, and there's a lot of ice on the road, so a little bit sketch, but there's no better way to get around than checking it out by yourself on a bike, eh? Hey. Just got some sick drone shots around here. I mean, everywhere is photogenic. Got a bit of a crowd. Hello! I strongly encourage you guys to come to Skardu Valley if you can get the chance up here in the north of Pakistan. It is just sensational. Many people told me not to come in the winter because it's too cold, too much snow, but this is the best time to come. There's snow all over the mountains, the roads are still clear. So we're currently in the Baltistan region. As you can see, beautiful Baltistan hashtag. Now, I believe this is a mountain range. It's a big region. It's pretty surreal to see so many K2, like a K2 hotel, K2 movers, buses. It's pretty surreal to see that because I've always dreamt of seeing K2. And now I don't think it's going to be achievable on this trip. It's just surreal to know that I am in an area where people head off to K2. You know, and do that trek, because that is a trek I've always dreamt of doing. I have a lot of respect for K2. I know a lot of people die on K2 trying to summit the mountain. Riding my new bike through the Skardu Valley on day 2, I explored hidden corners and winding roads taxis couldn't reach. I got a glimpse of life in the freezing cold at this high altitude. A truly raw and unforgettable experience. I also got to get up close and personal with the mountain goats themselves. And no need to think dirty, not that close. Amazing to me to watch goats just walk up these mountains like it's absolutely nothing. So I'm trying to get up to the Karakorum fort, which is here in Skardu Valley, and it looks like there's been a bit of a landslide on the road, so I can't quite get up there, but I've sort of just gone my own way on the bike, and I'm just kind of climbing this mountain to get a good view of Skardu Valley. And oh boy, it's gorgeous up here. It's very cold. You can even see the frozen lakes as well. After I went off terrain and found this awesome viewpoint, I chucked the drone up and admired for over an hour. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to the top of Karakorum Fort, but thankfully the drone was able to check it out for me. Alright, so we're now up here doing some drone repairs. Looks like I was hearing a funny sound on my drone when I was getting some shots when it was flying. And I was like, that's not right, doesn't sound quite right. Looks like one of the propellers is broken off, so just a little snap there. Luckily I've got replacements here in the kit, so I mean, it's not the worst place to be doing drone repairs. A little cold, but the view's getting me through, that's for sure. It's so amazing seeing the kids out here playing volleyball when it's like -6 outside. It's crazy, and they've got a nice view for volleyball. Kids are playing everywhere. They've all got their cold weather gear on, and they're all playing with each other in the streets and in the dirt, and playing volleyball, playing cricket, kicking the ball. It's awesome to see. It's something that you don't really see in our society, in the Western society, as much anymore, but they are really friendly with each other, and they're always happy and they're always smiling. So there's some sort of event happening out here. Not too sure what's going on. I'm just looking for some lunch. I'm really finding it difficult to find places to eat out here. It's very limited places, and I just cannot find places that I'll eat at other than fast food, and I'm not usually that fussy. Okay, so I'm in my guest house that I'm staying at, and I'm going to try and attempt to make chai for the first time. Now, I've been in Pakistan for nearly 3 weeks, and I couldn't tell you how many chai teas I've had. Now, if you don't know what chai is a traditional tea here in Pakistan. I believe it is traditional in Pakistan. I'll double check that. Nowhere else have I been where I've had chai. Now, chai is a tea. It's so beautiful. It's so tasty. It's full of sugar. And I'm going to quickly walk you through how I'm going to make it, attempt to make it anyway, and I hope it's tasty. So because where I am, where I'm all the way out in the mountains, I'm really remote. We're just running off boiling water. There's no electricity, so we're not doing kettles or anything. And I have no problem with that because it suits the vibe where I am. So basically then I will add chai. So basically then I will add milk. I'll let it boil. Then it will be milky water boiling, and then I'll add the chai tea into it, stir it around, and should be ready to go. Also, first time on this trip, I've been able to have a kitchen now, so I can start making my own food, which is nice. So I got some tomatoes, some eggs, some grapes, some bread. So I'm really looking forward to breakfast tomorrow morning. And I can save even more money and travel for longer when I cook at home like this. Plus, I miss making my own food. Okay, we added the chai. I'm waiting for it to turn that beautiful golden colour that I'm used to seeing. I really hope this tastes good and that I nail my first ever chai. Okay, and just like that, I think I have prepared my first chai. I am the chai expert here saying, Abed?
Yes.
Says I am an expert at chai. First time.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
I made a bit too much chai, but I'm going to put this on top and then I will leave that for later. Okay, and the finished product, chai. I got some biscuits on the side. We got the sugar. We got the fire running. Does it get better than this? And yes, I do plan on getting a bit of a shave done. Don't worry. Okay, so it is day 3 here in Skardu. Pretty chilly. It's about 11 a.m. The fog's kind of starting to settle, so that's good. We can start to see the mountain peaks. I'm off on my motorbike to Lake Kapuchu, Lower Kapuchu. It should be a nice and scenic bike ride there, and I'm looking forward to it. So this is actually Shangrila Lake here that is half frozen and half not frozen. Oh, it is so cold, but Shangrila Lake is beautiful. It is a private lake owned by the resort. The resort have many different hotels around it. It would be such a beautiful spot in the summer as well, but as I said, it is literally like -7 to 10 out here at the moment. Frozen. These are all the hotels that surround it. I did have to pay to get in. The trusty bike here. Wow. Now here in the winter, especially Skardu Valley, from what I've seen, about 90% of things are closed. There are very few hotels that you're able to stay at, and this is because tourism isn't a very big thing at this time of year. Because it is so cold, you don't see many tourists around. In fact, I had to register with a policeman about where I was staying and what my deal and situation was here, and he told me only 20 foreigners are here, which is a very small number compared to thousands in the summer. Now, this is because the place is so damn cold that most people just aren't brave enough to come here, and not just brave enough, many things are closed. A lot of the viewpoints, a lot of the lakes, a lot of the things that you typically do here in Skardu Valley are closed in winter. So I think it's absolutely gorgeous in winter because it's snow covered and everything, and it makes it so magical, especially for a person from Australia who doesn't get to see snow very often at all. Another thing is it's very hard for these hotels to maintain the hotel during the winter if guests are to stay there because the pipes freeze. Everything freezes. It becomes a nightmare. Even in my guest house, there's only one room available that hasn't had the pipe frozen. Now these pipes will not unfreeze until summer, so that puts it into perspective of how cold it is out here. Unfortunately for the next day, I was sick in bed with a combination of hypothermia and food poisoning. I totally underestimated how cold it would be riding 40 kilometers away from my hotel out to Shangrila Resort. Driving 80 kilometers on a bike in -7 degrees with the wind chill makes it pretty cold, let me tell you. Unfortunately, that meant I only had one more afternoon left in Skardu to explore before flying out the following morning. Okay, I'm with Abid. We're currently going for a walk. I think it's day 4 in Skardu. Met these lads here. They want a bit of a photo shoot with me. Hello. Hey, out here in the park, they make their own little ski ramps. Okay, no need to show off, eh? So Abid from the guest house is taking me for a walk through this forest that's nearby. Absolutely beautiful. During the summer, it's vibrant, it's green. At the moment, obviously, everything is frozen and dry and dead, but it's winter vibes. So I'm going to chuck the drone up through this park. And these kids said if they run across this frozen lake, which is clearly not frozen enough, that I'll give them 500 rupees, which is about $6. And they want $500. Go on, yeah. Yeah, the kids are playing cricket. Hello. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Good, thank you. These boys are playing cricket right in front of the mountains.
Oh,
Wow, check out this sunset up here. It has just been gorgeous. Seeing the sun shine on the top of these peaks. That looks like an Apple wallpaper. Wow. Bit of fog, but in person, look, the camera doesn't do it justice, does it, Abid? Oh. Okay, that's a wrap on my Skardu adventure. Now, that was Skardu winter adventure. I'm definitely going to come back in summer because I know it's going to be a whole different experience. A lot of things were closed here because it's not peak tourism time here in Skardu. It is very cold. Skardu, I'm so thankful for you to welcome me here. It was so amazing to live amongst the kings, those beautiful, huge mountains that you have. Such a beautiful area with beautiful people and beautiful food. an experience of a lifetime. I'm sure not many travel vloggers have come to Skardu during the winter because it's not a very peak time, so I wanted to give everyone and show you what it was like in winter. About to get on a plane to Islamabad and start my next adventures. I've been in Islamabad for a few days while I wait on my visa for my next journey, which will be a surprise. Thank you, Skardu. I love you.